WrestleMania is a week away, and we're going to break down our predictions for night 1 of WrestleMania. Night 2 will be in part 2 that'll come out tomorrow. So stick around. Tell me what you think. All right, first up, we have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. It's no surprise it's probably going to end up with Rey Mysterio winning and Chad Gable getting unmasked to be El Grande Americano. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a good match. Just feels really thrown together. Just like it feels like a we need Rey Mysterio on the card, so what are we going to do to get him there kind of deal, because this could have been on Raw. It isn't that special, so we will see how it turns out, but I got Rey Mysterio winning and unmasking El Grande Americano as Chad Gable. Next, we have Jade versus Naomi. It's a very well-built feud, with Jade going out for a while, coming after Naomi, and it's good. It's a good enough feud that it belongs on Mania, I feel. And I don't think Jade is going to go over here. I think they extend the feud a little bit. There's more story to tell. A lot of people don't know if Bianca was involved, but we're not going to get those answers because Bianca is fighting on night 2. So I do think that Naomi wins here and we extend the feud and get a little bit more out of it. So let me know if you agree or not. The War Raiders versus the New Day. This is a good tag team match for Mania for the World Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. I think that now would be the time to have New Day win them as a heel. Get a fresh change of scenery. The War Raiders have done a really good job during the run. They've defended the title numerous times. I have no complaints, but I do think it will end up being New Day coming out on top with the championships. And I think it'll be a good change of pace for them too. So going New Day. Next, we have L.A. Knight, versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. As much as I love Jacob Fatu, and as much as I really, really want him to win this championship, I have a feeling they want more for Fatu versus Solo, and I think that Solo is going to get involved somehow. I don't like it. I would love to see Jacob win the championship and then feud with Solo as like his first feud, showing that, Solo's jealous of the championship. It kind of doesn't make storyline sense for Solo to cost him the match when he really wants him to bring it back to the bloodline. I think that Jacob should win it, and then Solo pretty much says, well, now you fall in line, like I'm still running stuff, and Jacob says, nah, in the words of LA Knight, nah, that ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna backtrack. I don't think that Jacob Fatu is gonna lose. I think he's gonna win. And I think that his first feud is going to be with Solo Sikoa. So I love that I'm changing it during the video. But you know what? I'm going Jacob Fatu to win the United States Championship. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. Look, if Tiffany doesn't win, it's just bad. Charlotte does not need the title fresh off of her injury. She came back at Rumble a couple months ago, but she's had like 2 matches since then. She don't need to have the title right now. And Tiffany's trying to build something up. They're trying to build her to be something. And this should be one of those earn Charlotte's respect, maybe. I don't know how they're going to play it, but Tiffany needs to win this match. And my prediction is Tiffany wins this match. But if Charlotte wins, I won't be surprised WWE did it. But I am not a fan. Not a fan of it. So Tiffany to retain. Next, we have the Ring General, Gunther versus Jey Uso. Look, this whole thing was stuck in first gear for a long time. And I said, we need something to sink our teeth into this feud. And we got it when Jimmy got involved. I don't like the promo after. Now, okay, let me rephrase that. Jey Uso's promo was phenomenal. He was very serious. It was probably the promo of his career. That was a great promo. I like that Gunther kind of came off like, oh, this is a different Jey. Like, not shook, but kind of like, okay, things are different now. But he still shouldn't have been phased if he thinks Jey is nothing to him, right? For his character, he keeps saying, Jey, you're not on my level. So for him, even if Jey did come off as a serious threat, he should still be like, I'd still take you out. So I don't know. It definitely got into second and third gear for me. I am excited to see the match. Here's the prediction. If Jey Uso wins, I'm happy for him. And he deserves it. He's put in a lot of work. He won't be a long-term champion because he just doesn't have the ring credibility to do it, in my opinion. So my prediction is Jey Uso probably wins this match. But if you want to build the title lineage and the prestige and keep it going, you have to have Gunther retain this title. Because, I mean, there's more story to tell there. Prediction, I think Jey does win the title. That's generally what happens with Royal Rumble winners. You know, they go when the movement's hot and the yeet movement is hot. And I know in Triple H's head, he just wants to see the whole crowd doing the yeet while he's holding up the title. But past that, I don't see how Jey can build prestige to that title, unfortunately. So I want Gunther to win. Prediction is Jey probably wins. The main event of night one is Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. A lot of star power. This is, and I don't like, comment if you want and tell me how much these three have nothing in common. And, you know, other wrestling podcasters are like, this match makes no sense. It makes sense. It belongs there. My only gripe is it should have been for something. Because, I mean, CM Punk and Seth Rollins completely hate each other. CM Punk and Roman Reigns have beef with the Paul Heyman thing. And for those saying there's not enough history to this, CM Punk was allegedly employing the Shield, and Paul Heyman was involved in all this, right? Like, Paul Heyman was hiring the Shield to do stuff for Punk. It was a big story. That's over 12 years ago. So it goes back to there with Punk's involvement with them, and it comes to now with all his involvement with them with the recent stuff. So story's there. It's a good match to have as your main event of night one. I have nothing to say bad about it. My gripe is it should have been for a championship or an opportunity at a championship. Somehow we should have got to that, because the winner gets what? So now I'm thinking you got to end night one with shock factor, because you want people to return for night two. Unfortunately for me, that tells me that Paul Heyman does not leave with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns doesn't win this match. So now, do we go cut and dry CM Punk wins and Paul Heyman stays with him, betrays Roman and Seth and all them? Or do we pull where Paul Heyman is a Seth Rollins guy now and they win the match? You know, Seth Rollins wins. I could see WWE doing that. I don't like that. I think you have Punk win just because Roman can absorb the loss without being pinned. Seth Rollins can be pinned and not lose anything. It just, for me, the winner of the match, it all determines around Paul Heyman. I don't see any other way around that. There's nothing else at play. There's no championship at play. Paul Heyman is there. So what shock factor is going to happen to end night one? I don't know. But I have CM Punk winning this match. That is what I think is going to happen. Even though I want my tribal chief to win, I'm going to go CM Punk. Let me know what you think in the comments. Other than that, that is our predictions for night one. And make sure you follow us, subscribe, and watch all of our content. We work very hard at it, and we want to earn your viewership. So thank you for your time. Drop in the comments if I'm right or wrong, and we'll see you on part two.